So this is Relief Rally at Williams. It's nice to see her just calm after in the yard. And it was just interesting, you wanted me to sort of look at her conformation and stuff like that and see why I bought her. And I did look up my notes in my catalogue, and obviously I did like her at the sale. I only put 2 fillies. Simon asked for, is there any nice fillies in the catalogue? I'd looked at every horse in the sale at Somerville, and I put 2 fillies up. There was a Zoo Star filly, and then a few lots, and then about 2 hours later, right near the end of the sale, was a Kodiak filly, and I put 2 horses up. And the Zoo Star we went for, I valued them both around 50 to 60 grand, and the Zoo Star made 160, so we were blown out there. And this is the only other filly I put up to Simon the whole day. And I said she was a neat, hardy, tough-looking, no-nonsense filly that looked like she'd be sharp and that had a fast pedigree. And it was interesting. So there were a couple of little notes I put on there, if you want to have a look at the horse. I even wrote as a yearling that she's had slightly open knees, and she still is a little bit. Just looking at her there, she's slightly open through those knees, and that's never been an issue at all. Look, she's not the biggest filly in the world. I actually wrote in my catalogue, just medium size. When I saw her again at Christmas here at the yard, I thought she'd shrunk. I thought she was a bit small. She's grown a little bit, but she's strong with it. And what she looked like as a yearling was she was quite a plump filly, and all quarters, a bit of a middle on her, but she had such a walk, dead correct. Yeah, so we just have a little walk. I mean, if you look at the sales video they did for her at the sale, I watched that this morning as well, just before I came, and she has just got such a massive overreach with her back legs past the front legs. And as we say, a good walker relates in the diagonals to the canter. It's the most effective way. People say that sprinters don't have to have a good walk, but I don't know. In my humble opinion, I think an athlete's an athlete, and it's shown at the walking level because it is connected to the canter and gallop. But she's been a bit of a revelation, obviously. I love Kodiak, but she's all there. I mean, if she was a couple of inches bigger, she probably would have made more money at the sale, I suppose. And she was from a good breeder, Canis Farrell, Nocatrina, and he'd obviously bred the whole family, Coropic and the rest of them. But there was also the other winners out of the pedigree were all in their 80s and were hardy sprinters. So she was going to be 5-6 furlong filly through and through. Kodiak works, it was just ticked a lot of boxes, I thought. And she was a no-nonsense filly, great temperament at the sale, and she's still got that great temperament now. But look, she's been fantastic for us all so far. Hopefully there's still a few more chapters left. Lowther, and then perhaps, well, we'll see. Could be Cheveley Park or Prix de l'Abbé, or is there something in Breeders' Cup? It'd be quite fun, wouldn't it? She's the sort of filly with the temperament that William thinks that she could travel, so you never know. But she obviously likes a little bit of dig in the ground, so whether or not Breeders' Cup will suit, I don't know. But she's been great. Lovely filly. Well, they're lovely when they start winning anyway, and win big races. So this season, when we started off at Windsor, and that morning, she'd forecast the betting to be favourite, and it was William's first runner, and I'd spotted that William always tends to run what he thinks is one of his nicest, if not the nicest, early horses first. He doesn't sort of throw out a test the water sort of horse, and he did tell us in the morning that it was the fastest of his 2-year-olds at that, for early season anyway. But yeah, she won well there. Obviously was cut in the ground, it was soft, and then went to Salisbury, which was definitely William's idea. I wanted to go for the listed race at York the next day. I wanted to get black type for her, but William was even thinking then about the sale sprint, because he said, no, you'll get a big penalty for winning the listed race at York. And and it was solid money at Salisbury, but and she won it well. She beat Juniper Berries and a nice filly of Clive Cox's called On Break My Heart. And then it was all systems go for the Royal Ascot and Queen Mary, which I have to say was one of the most deflating days of my life, I'd have to say. It was the owner's first runner at Royal Ascot, and to be in front, just have a little walk with her again, yeah. Most deflating really, because you were in front before the line and after the line. Tom thought he'd got there, and just on it was a nose, and it was agonising really, because you're there and you're so proud of the filly. She's run so well for the owners and done everything right. Finished off like a train at the last furlong, and but then you're in the second spot and you're seeing all the Americans going mad in the winner's spot, collecting their prize and and meeting royalty, and then you're there in second, and you just have to sort of wander off and spend the rest of the day thinking what if. And I have to say, I know the prize money was great for the Weatherby Super Sprint, but I'd have given that to have got the winner at Royal Ascot and the Queen Mary winner. But look, she came out next time absolutely bolted up in that big race at Newbury, and the prize money was obviously fantastic. I'd say, I mean, she'll go, you know, she was quickish ground at Ascot, so she can go on all sorts of ground. She can go on proper soft, and you can go on the quick. And I think I'm looking forward to seeing her over 6, because her best work is in the last furlong. So it'd be really nice to see her in a not such a big field. That's always worrying. It'll be a smaller field in the Lowther, and 6 furlongs should really suit. Hopefully, a sort of nice, good ground will be fine. Looking forward to it.